Welcome back, everyone. Part 2 of the Troll Fighter of Oka. We've just finished D15, Lair, Orc, etc. And feeling pretty strong overall. Good on resists, due largely to the Oka gift of Golden Dragon Scales. Resist almost everything. Pretty solid pickup there. And I don't have, let's see, I need to look at my rings before I go much further to make sure before we go into Snake, which is our next branch, that we're all set. We have everything we need to have. I picked up this kind of cool ring here with Slay 4, Strength 5, really solid. Still wearing a protection ring, 2 pips of regen, one from Troll, one from the regen amulet. And let's just look at our damage on the large rocks. It's got to be pretty high, 68 at this point. 68 is huge damage going into S branches. So stoked about that. We can look at our melee damage as well. 0.8 attack delay on the claws, 54 damage. It's going to feel pretty good, I expect. Hey Traco, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone else who's joining up. Just thinking about getting started. I want to look through all of my rings and see if I can't pick out something a little better maybe than the protection ring. It's a pretty good ring, but we only have 4 EV, so do we want to pick up an evasion ring? I could. I've got one in a shop. That's kind of the debate I have right now. With this much shield going into Snake, -4 armor for plus... Is it +4 or is it plus... Let's look. +5 evasion. +5 evasion feels pretty good here, I think. We've got the gold for it. Is that the best option we have for a ring? I think it probably is. We've got corrosion on the switch for later. We do have orbs of entropy, so that's going to be relevant late game. Yeah, okay, I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to... We talked about it in last stream if we'd go evasion ring or not. I think the answer is yes. So we'll go pick that up, and then we'll go into Snake. Apparently I have too many things in my inventory, so let's clear that up. Hey Plank, welcome to the stream. Fancy Fishes, welcome to the stream. Fancy says, how do you know you have orbs of entropy? Well, when we found our temple, it has little statues outside of it that show you the orb in question. Let me see if I can find our temple real quick for you. There it is. Right down here. So whenever you find a temple nowadays in 0.34 temple, you'll have little orb statues here. And this tells you it's an orb of entropy game. You can have orbs of fire, orbs of winter. We've got orbs of entropy. If you've bypassed your temple and don't know where it is, you can hit Control O, which will bring up your dungeon overview page here. And right there it says Realm of Zot, guarded by orbs of entropy. So there's 2 ways of checking that for future reference. Yeah, no problem. Hey, old captain, welcome to the stream. Also on dungeon overview. Yep. So, okay, we picked up that ring, right? Yes, let's put it on, and then we'll be ready to go. So 22 armor, 9 EV, 14 shield. So the reason I want to do Snake first is that we have a +0 tower shield, and I'm hoping to pick up probably an enchanted tower shield optimally of something, right? Anything really would be better than what we've got. Let's go see. Oh, there's a salamander sitting here. Hello. I guess we'll just boomerangs. Let's check our boomerang damage, actually. It should be pretty high. 40 on boomerang. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, you see I got slowed there. That's one of the downsides on our armor is that it does have the slow trigger with 1% chance, I believe. Boomerang's feeling pretty good here. I think, like, I'm basically leaning heavily into throwing at this point, just to make that clear. I'm trying to catch up a little bit on fighting. We're just going to take that up to 11. And then I've got throwing going to 15 right now. And I know we got to make it up to 26 to get these large rocks down to min delay, which is 0.7. If we just got down to 1.0, I'd be happy for now, right? And then by Zot, excuse me, we want to be 22 so that when we pop heroism, it takes us to 27. 21 also seems acceptable, because if you pop heroism at 21, you get min delay. This seems fine. Min delay on, or 1.0 anyway, on silver jabs. These also go down to 0.7 at, what is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say 16 skill on throwing for jabs. So we're going to work on that, and we're going to primarily focus on throwing because I want to be a ranged character now. We got some large rocks, a large rock. I guess we could probably just use large rocks primarily. What do we think? Boomerangs seem sufficient, I think. Large rocks for big enemies, I guess. And then claws if they get in close. Okay, let's see. I don't want to walk because I'm slower than these snakes, but I can throw pretty fast. Well, what is my actual attack rating here, or attack speed on boomerangs? 0.8. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe this goes down to 0.7 as well. Isn't that the truth with all throwing items? Min delay is 0.7. Oh, I can just check here. Derp. I am such a melee throwing ranged weapon noob. I just always spellcast, and I forget stuff like this, right? It's funny with as many wins as I have that I don't just know that stuff. Anyway, I might ice blast these guys just to slow them down a bit, and then we'll throw a jab through both of them. Boop. Claws. Hey, Regim Rex. That is Tactical Mindscapes. Thanks for the super chat there. Says, in which we do a bit of trolling, as we do, yes. Thanks for another nice donation. Plank says, boomerangs are your bread and butter for most of the game. I thought so too. That's kind of my feeling on this. Maybe we want to go for that ranged guy, actually. Not ranged guy, the hasted guy, rather. Okay, I might want to back up here just to get everybody lined up. The one thing I'm missing overall that I usually have is stealth, so I didn't train very much. And if you look on my stat sheet, I've got 0, literally no pips of stealth. So we're gonna see how that goes. Like usually I like a lot of stealth. I'm a not stealth maxer, but I like to have like 6 to 8 around here in general, and we've got none. So everybody from all over the level is very likely to be running straight for us around this point. Whoops. But I gotta say, the throwing is going pretty far here for us. Okay, there's a tower shield, looks like. Tower shield of corrosion resistance is super relevant in an Orbs of Entropy game. That's perfect. I was worried about having to use a ring slot for the corrosion resist, but instead, we're going to use this tower shield. Good stuff. Yeah, whatever. So I lost my shield. And now we've got a shield. Okay, picked up another corrosion, another pip of resist. Now we just need C and Viz optimally. But I have a ring for that. So like, we're pretty much all set, actually, for the rest of the game. Okay. Even these high evasive enemies, I'm feeling just fine against them with throwing. I was saying in the comments section on the last video from yesterday, we were talking a little bit about, I had said unarmed combat and throwing is 1-to-1 with slaying. That's not quite right. The truth of it is that each 1 point of throwing or unarmed combat adds to the base rate of your damage. So it goes into base here, which is then multiplied by all this other stuff. So it's actually better than slay for damage. And then it's worse for slay for accuracy. So it gives you 0.5 accuracy per level in the skill, which is the same as all other melee skills. Overall, I'd call that better than slay, slightly. Okay, we've got electrical resist. I guess we can melee when we get in melee. Shafted. Naga sharpshooters, I think we're going to bring out the big boys here. The rock for this guy. Plank says, I'm going to suggest trying to be more conservative with throwing. Even with Oka, it's not sustainable as your only attack option. Yeah, we're down to 16 boomerangs already. Started with 20. We're only on snake 2. So, makes sense to me. How many did we mulch there? None, which is good. Boomerangs are going to get mulched a lot more often than the big rocks, right? 1 in 20 versus 1 in 25. So it's not hugely different, but okay, I'll take your word for it. Orb of glass is pretty much irrelevant. Just looking for an upstairs, really. I'm expecting we're going to pull everything here, though, more or less. There's a down in case we need to escape. Here's another tower shield. Just a regular one, not interested. I think we'll do all of Snake before we start using our enchant scrolls. We have 5 of them for the tower shield, but we might just happen to find something better and enchant that instead. There's another enchant scroll. Blank says basically just grab something's attention with throwing, then reposition, let it come to you for melee. Okay, I can do that. I was thinking more like soften them up with it, but seems fine. In fact, we can probably just tab into these guys. Like our tab damage is just fine, right? At 55-ish now, probably. Okay, Azul is not so scary, I think. Let's just back up a bit. I fall asleep. Okay. I forgot that they could do sleep. 63%, a lot scarier than I thought. Do we... Oh, I don't have enlightenment pots. They're probably one of these. I have a scroll of identify for later. For now, I guess we want to get to this upstairs probably. Another malevolent force. That's okay. We're going to go up. We're going to try to walk back towards the unexplored area, or rather the explored area. Change of plans. We're going to step into this corridor. Ooh, we don't want to be in melee with that. He's got the plutonium sword of all things. Okay, I got him dead. Let's just take a look at this thing. We definitely do not want to be hit by that. Mutate occasionally inflicts wild transmutation effects on those it strikes, inflicting malmutation or extra damage, or polymorphing them to a new form. Makes you less stealthy. Cool item. We're just going to carry it around for the, I don't know. Good luck or something. The ego. Hello, you. Don't need more of that. Fire resistance robe, not relevant. Okay, so that's S1. Azul is a little scary here with the sleep, and the fact that I don't have any enlightenment pots. What I'm going to do while that guy's further away from me, I'm going to just identify. We got moonshine. Okay, that's fine, actually, because now we can blind drink some of these if I want. And I've already got, what do I have? I have Berserker Rage identified, Lig, and Moonshine. So we don't have any bad ones, I think. So we could just blind drink these at any point. We've also got invisibility. Does this guy see invis? Yes. Okay. That's a bit of a scary enemy for us. More so than I initially thought, that's for sure. This one isn't going to step in. I don't really want to run away from my stairs here. Ouch. I guess this mited guy is the one hurting me. 49 damage after mite? Okay. Something to take seriously. There's a kite shield guy up there. Let's throw a jav. Let's just reset. Okay, hopefully we've pulled some things away from this staircase. Find out. Azul is going to pop around a corner here. Okay. We got this guy pulling. If we can just whittle down the numbers a little bit. Okay, so is Azul a shapeshifter? I know they dropped the snake talisman. If they are shapeshifted, then they're weak to silver, but I don't think they are. It doesn't say anywhere here. Protecting her the only treasure the villains overlooked, a single precious talisman. Does anybody know? Weak to silver? Feels like they should be. Doesn't say so. Old Captain says, what you naturally identified here is that from a safe gameplay perspective, throwing is a much better option for melee play, but like Plank said, you need to be a bit conservative with the resources. Absolutely. So in melee is for safe engagements and trivial mobs, and throwing and invocables are for non-trivial situations. Yeah, I'm hoping that by the end game we have enough large rocks that we can just large rock most non-trivial fights, basically. What is my chance? Speaking of non-trivial fights, 50% chance to hit it with a rock. There's one hit. We go asleep. We pull upstairs. And now finesse. Yep, tear it to shreds. Nice. Easy peasy. Finesse is good. And in fact, we still have finesse online. Let's get away from that Zot trap. That guy was still mited after all that time. Still have finesse online. Boy, it lasts forever now, doesn't it? That's fantastic. Just wore off. We pick up a single boomerang. Da-da-da-da! Don't go alone. Here, take this. Basic kite shield. Beer scroll. Regem says, throwing takes serious discipline. Every time I try it, I end up being an OTAB donkey. We're somewhere in between, right? Now let's pull this guy back. And that's why. Okay, this is a Jav situation, I believe. We can hit all of them. Let's finesse again. Finesse feels pretty good. We are slowed after all. Okay, pull him back. Still slow. Finesse wore off after all that time. Here's one of the guys I was afraid of, is the, what's he called? Tyrant. We do have 1 pip of fire resist. He is going to block my escape if he hits me with that damage. I could Gels. I'm slow, so I got to take this very cautiously here. Is it finesse or heroism? I think probably finesse, and then we just don't move and we just start chucking rocks or something. I wonder if the other finesse I tried to do failed. It may have. It wore off way too soon. Okay, he steps into melee. Big mistake on his part. Let's check our min attack delay. It's 0.6 right now. I'm now weak as well. That's fine. Fine, just fine. Try to slow these guys if I can. It's not working very well. Guess we just step up so they can't ranged us. Okay, we're taking a little more damage than I like. Largely because we're slow, probably. So I could Curing. I could also Gels, but then they're going to start ranged attacking me. Let's Curing first. Boy, that slow is hurting me right now. How much damage do they have? 42 with the longbow, but he's not using a longbow, right? Oh, this one is. Okay, I think we got a teleport here, probably. Especially with the slow. This is subpar. I've got finesse, so I can keep melee attacking. Okay, that one died. What's this guy got? 18 with the club. Not too scary. I think we heal pot. We got 9 of them. Yeah, I have no evocable skill, so that's not going to be very good for me. I don't really want to throw anything right now. Oh, what a terrible teleport. Okay. Still slow as well. I have a single haste pot. I have invisibility pots. How many of these guys see invis? Not that one. Not that one. How about the archer? So the archer sees invis, and unfortunately he's the scariest enemy. So most of these guys do not see invis. I have a bunch of blink scrolls. Oh, wait. Oh, that's a fear scroll I was looking at. I have 3 blink scrolls. Okay, so we could check a fear scroll, actually. That may be better for us than... no, I want to put it on Q. I thought I could just move over. Where are my other quiver items? Star. There we go. Still getting used to the new settings here. Pretty good chance to fear almost everybody, actually. Okay, I think this is a fear situation. Okay, we've got more enemies coming in. The archer was feared down south and up north. We've got 3 enemies on screen. One can attack me right now that's not feared. Okay, we've still got finesse. I think we read teleport again. I'm going to Gels this way, not doing damage to anybody that's feared, and trying to pull them in line with guys that are going to do range damage. So maybe like this. So that archer can't shoot me. Feels all right. We're going to do a curing again. I'm immediately surrounded. Okay. We have plenty of options here. I'm just debating them. Like, a second fear feels pretty good, obviously. I do have a bunch of them. This would take me down to 6 fears. I think we'll just do that. We did get fear on all of them, so that would have worked, but we got the teleport as well. Okay, let's reset. Well, that was expensive, mainly because the teleport took me to a bad place, but we're fine. It's going to be okay. Let's go a different route, actually. Oh no, only one way in. Okay, so we'll go back around. Try to pull them into this area this time. We can fight just one at a time, or like 2, even if I get surrounded, that'd be okay. Naga Sharpshooter immediately triggers slow on me. That's unfortunate. Let's step into melee with you. Okay, Archer, pull back. Our poise down and poisoned. Let's see, how much damage do you do? Quite a bit, actually, and freezing. This guy's got a regular old Arbalest, so we could just back up and take a hit from one guy rather than both, get around this corner, try to engage that way. Or just do this. I probably backed up too much. Yeah, flaming. Okay, we'll go finesse. Reset. Pretty sketchy little vault here. They've got big weapons. There's lots of them. I feel like I don't have any R poison, which isn't helping. Yeah, the second I come around the corner, I get poisoned again. R poison negative. Let's hit him with jabs. Okay, got the backline guy. How can I pass up this jab opportunity? because it's going to hit none of them, of course. Okay, this is subpar. We don't want to be in melee with all these guys at once, that's for sure. Wow. What is this vault? Better give me some loot. Corrosion resist cloak. Nah. Oh, I do have Arpoise here, so I actually don't need this cloak anymore if I find something better. I have not. Blade Talisman? Blade Talisman's kind of interesting. Mirror's not bad, actually. Oh, I can't use Mirror. Mirror is offline because of Oka. Blade Talisman, you say. Is this just a strict upgrade for us? I remember I have Wild Shape Amulet, and I have a Manual of Shapeshifting back on D1 that we found. 2.3 XLs to reach level 17 in shapeshifting, and that's before the manual. I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like this is pretty good, but I've only used it on Wujian characters. So I could see it being good or not worth. Regim says, did I understand you say throwing scales really well with slaying? I was saying that it scales kind of like slaying. It does scale quite well with slaying, actually. But I was saying that every skill point in throwing, or skill level, sorry, so when this goes to 15, I'll get one more, right? And then if you look at the calculation on a thrown weapon, the throwing skill goes into the base calculation, right? And then that is multiplied by strength, fighting, and slaying is added on after all these other calculations. So if you're adding slaying onto throwing, it's after all the other calculations. But if you're leveling up the skill, it's the first thing that goes in. And then that's multiplied by all this other stuff. So in terms of damage specifically, leveling up the skill is a little better than slaying. It's a little worse in terms of accuracy, but actually it's a lot better than slaying in terms of damage, is what I was saying. The slaying comes on after the fact, sort of like at the end of the calculation. Mr. Malamar says, no shield for blade? I don't think so. I don't think it melds that, does it? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't meld anything, actually. You just grow auxiliary blades. It adds parry shield, so whenever you attack, you get bonus shield, which is obviously quite good. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about, like, there's no downside to this, I don't think. Oh, yes, there is, actually. Right here it is. Does it meld something? Why does my AC decrease? What? At max level, though, it's only minus 3.5, but why exactly? I'm not sure. It doesn't say it melds anything. I guess it just reduces your AC. Maybe it makes your armor fit strangely? Yes, okay, if I'd finished reading right here. Having so many fragments of metal inside one's body reduces the effectiveness of body armor. So if we leveled it like all the way up, it would still be negative 3.5. And you're effectively getting 12 shield for that. Plus the auxiliary attacks. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is much better on a stabber. And also much better on Wujian, probably. Just because you're getting so many auxiliary attacks all the time. I'm going to carry it with us, but I'm not sold. Regim says, wondering if the Slay Undead spell, plus Slay Undead spell would be worth it. Plus Slay Oh, yes, actually, it's a good spell, but not in Silver Dragon armor. Or, I'm sorry, what am I talking about? Golden Dragon armor. Golden Dragon scales. Right, encumbrance rating 23. So all our spellcasting is going to be terrible. And of course, we have no spell levels in any spellcasting or anything. So I think it's off the board. At most, we could look at getting Blink online or something like that. But is it good on Melee Dude? Yeah, absolutely. Fugue of the Fallen, that's the name of the spell you're talking about. Took me a second to think about it. Nice little haste pot here for us. Sometimes that's going to be better than finesse if we need to move and not just attack. Another large rock for that kill. Excellent. Standing out in the open. Let's pull these guys south. And of course we're getting flanked because we have no stealth. So we're going to walk north where there is a vault apparently. Let's attack the mighted guy with boomerangs. Now they're all mighted. Okay, this is not good. We're going to retreat. Cool, got out of there just in time. Yeah, not having any stealth sucks. I thought it would, but it's been a long time since I've experienced 0 stealth. Boy, is it bad. If you want good evidence of why you want some stealth, this is it. Hey, Salvant. Yes, a melee run. No summon forest. No summons of any kind because of Oka. And yeah, it's spicy. Like, we've got the damage, no doubt about it, but we do not have the utility that I am used to. That is for sure. Can I hit this guy through the crowd? Yes. 72%. I'd really like to kill him. Yep, it happened. Nice. So now we'll pull this guy. Just kidding, we're going to get constricted. Please let me out of here. Thank you. I think we're just going to pull back. I don't want to fight both of these at once. Let's use boomerangs. Whoops, I threw a rock on accident. That's okay. Okay, we'll just stair dance a bit back and forth between the stairs. Yeah, old captain says, sadly, that's the melee life. You mostly track everything. I guess a dex melee dude would be stealthier. A bit. Whoops, I was holding shift button down. Yeah, I mean, they would be, right? I gotta say, like, this is pretty clear evidence to me how much worse melee is than any spellcaster type. Like, you got the damage, but when you pull the whole floor just for attacking, that's so bad. Like, in terms of your EV on the game, just feels terrible. I hate this, being all these guys mighted around me. I think we're going to try a different staircase. Can't be worse than the one we were just at, right? Like, you just got to be so careful about where you are, your positioning. You know, compare that to having summons. And you're just like out in the open field and you get surrounded all of a sudden and you're like, spawn army. And now all of a sudden the army acts like walls that damage your enemies and you can step through them. It's just so much better than any other playstyle. It's really hard to quantify it in that sense. Like, it's just so good. Chainmail of Anarchy. That's pretty good chainmail, except for the negative telly. But we're not looking to switch at this point in the game. Quite happy with our Golden Dragon Scales, I think. I'm using more ranged here than I would otherwise because I'm worried about pulling everybody, fighting too much at once. I haven't mulched any ranged stuff on this floor yet, so knock on wood. I could just shout also, actually. If I wanted to pull some guys in, maybe that's the way. I'm going to shout and then pull back towards the stairs. Shout again. Anybody? No? Mr. Malmar says, so the wiki says that Blade Talisman melds shields, but could have been patched. No shield would be consistent with old blade hands from the spell, yeah, from the transmutation. A lot of the pages on the wiki are super out of date, as you're saying. And no, I can tell you actually for 100% certainty, new Blade Talisman does not meld shield because I was using it on my last Wujian Stabber with a shield, and it was just fine. In fact, it stacks with your block chance on the shield, so it's like really good actually. But I did not know it did so much to your armor class because I was wearing like leather armor equivalent probably on that character. I don't remember exactly. So I didn't notice the negative armor very much. I think we're going to enchant this shield. Like I've got these enemies coming in, but one of them is an archer. Just getting more shield would be really good here. I think this is our endgame shield. It's pretty unlikely we find something better. Given that orbs of entropy do corrosion damage. So I'm just going to keep going. These enchant armors are 1-to-1 with shielding, so we're up to 19, and this last one is going to take us to 20. 20 shield. What's this guy's chance to hit? About 21%. It's pretty solid. I should have checked before and after. I probably can if I scroll back the video, but I bet we just doubled our or reduced their chance to hit us by about half. It's like cut it by 2 is my guess. Oh, I should have checked him. Here, let's check this guy. Archer, 32% chance to hit. That's pretty good. Okay, just taking out all the archers. There's a lot of them. Is this Vashina's group, maybe? I don't know. Okay, we got 5 shops right here. This is fantastic. Lots of teleport scrolls. Poison. Yeah, fear, fog. Probably not buying any of these right now, but... Poison resist, wizardry. Nah. We've got acrobat already. Probably don't want any spells. Nope, none of those. Those are all big level spells. Weapons. All these are all useless. Scroll shop's not bad. Ooh, I'm down to 12 boomerangs. Started mulching some all of a sudden. Okay. Well, I guess... Let's go back here. Fight these guys in melee. Mostly. Another large rock. Good pickup. Malamar says, amazing, I will give it a try for the Blade Talisman. Yes, do. It's very good. Huge buff over Blade Hands. And Blade Hands was like tier 1, right? In the past, and now Blade Talisman is tier 3, I want to say. So like it is harder to get online, of course. There's a Ring of Dex. Is Ring of Dex better than Evasion? That's comparing it to my other ring, not my Evasion ring, unfortunately. But if you assume +6 dex, we're only getting 1.7 shielding. That's not much. And yeah, 1 EV versus the 5 we're getting from the EV ring. So I think we're fine where we're at. Okay, do we want to buy anything from this scroll shop? I've got teleports, right? I only have 4. Let's pick up a few because we are going to Abyss at some point. So we're going to want all of those. I think we're good otherwise. Blank says, consider Reflect Amulet now that you've enchanted your shield. Good point. Over health regen amulet? Seems pretty good, doesn't it? It's a flat 5 more shielding in addition to the Reflect. So 25 shielding. If we can find another snake here to compare that. Just the hit chance. So this guy, 17% chance to hit. Here's our basic snake. 16%. So we've dropped the chance to hit by at least 4%. I think it was like 21 maybe, so it might be more like 5%. So you can call that 25% reduction, which is a pretty big deal. Like this is a ton of shielding. Here's an archer. What's he got? 23% chance to hit. Plus the reflect. I can basically just walk right in here, I expect. But we're going to be a bit careful because it is a vault, so I'll stand in the doorway. Let's not get overconfident. Silver Jav looks good here. Yeah, especially with the mited enemies. Throwing to 15. I think we just keep going with that probably. I could also do fighting. We're eventually going to want to get this to at least 21, possibly 22. Let's take fighting up to at least 14, and I'm going to focus that. Seems like a fine way to scale at this point. Okay, I'm negative telly, so I gotta be careful here. Boy, there's just so many guys in there, isn't there? I could Gravitambrine. I could also Condenser Vein, which is going to make Cloud here-ish. Not on top. Could have done that sooner. Could also just Finesse would be really big here. And Heroism? Let's go Finesse. Let's go Heroism. This is a meaningful fight here. Then we're going to Condenser Vein for the back line. Curing. Not feeling great here on the health. What's my attack delay on this Javelin? 0.3. Yeah, so we can throw essentially 3 of these per turn. And 2 rocks. Okay, take out the archer. Okay, seems good. Throw a rock at you. 76% chance to hit. Let's throw more rocks. Sweet. Finesse, heroism, throwing. We just become a machine gun. It's so good. Still not better than summoning. Don't get it twisted, but it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, we'll just boomerang. Quite a vault. This floor's been... Oh no, the last floor was the other one with the vault. Snake's been spicy. In general. Come get me. Let's just shout. Everybody that's in there, come get me, please. No? No takers? It's like this guy was scared. I don't think I got any god gifts in that fight. Man, this feels like the Ruin Vault. What's going on here? Okay, heal pot for my troubles. I'll take that. Weird. Never have I seen that Snake Vault. Cool, more enchant scroll. No good place to retreat to here. So I guess I'll just step around this corner. Step back, step up. Cool. Now we're up to 26 shielding, and we could still level shielding from here. We're only at 10 shielding, so we got a lot to go. We could also do dodging, because I have the manual. Might be okay. Another enchant armor scroll. Don't mind if I do. 27 shielding. It's getting a little silly. Hey, there was the Maul Talisman. Let's just take a look. I think this is bad for us too. Yeah, minus 13 AC. Not doing that. All right, down we go. Snake 4. Quite the entrance. Let's pull these guys back up. Kill the fiery one first. That's one of the guys we're afraid of here. Nice. He spawns on the trap, which means it does not trigger. Got lucky there. Ice Blast hits a good number of these guys. For some cold damage, maybe. Ooh, hello you. Just stepping around the corner. Cause fear, 92%. Let's go up. Please let me out. And then we are going to go finesse. Just tabbing, tabbing, tabbing. Not tapping. I'm directionally choosing my enemies, but yeah, finesse did the thing. What'd Oka give us? 2 large rocks. Worth it for my risk there. My God. A little bit scary, this entrance. There's Oka. Rev scroll? I've got 7. Mig is so unchill, seriously. Malamar says, on melds, does it steal the resist as well? Yes. It will still resist, it will steal buffs, Ashen's curses, anything. All the stuff. Regim says, if you could play any song while you're streaming this run, what would it be? Ignoring copyright problems. That is the issue, isn't it? The darn copyright stuff. I would play classical music, actually. I don't know if you guys would like that or not, but just something like Vivaldi would be one of my first picks, probably. Get the Four Seasons in here. Nice calming music, but then, go summer or winter for the big fights. Crank up the intensity a little bit. What do you think? I know a lot of people play like dungeon music, quote unquote, which I also like. But it'd probably be something between those two options, classical and dungeon synth type stuff. Boop. What would you guys like to hear? It is the copyright issue is the reason I don't do it. As a matter of fact, on some of my first videos, early videos, I had some music playing in them, which I was told by my editing program, no problem, you can use these. We're giving you copyright access or whatever, right? Like we have copyright to it and you can use it, no problem. And YouTube did not agree. YouTube copyright struck those videos, all but one or two of them. So it wasn't even consistent, right? It was like some of the videos got struck and some of them not, all using the same music library from my editing software. Didn't make any sense. So that's the issue. 26% chance to hit. Vashnia. Scary pack here, no doubt about that. Yeah, you like that idea? Cool. Malamar says, shakes head. Scarlatti was the only correct choice. No matter what I said, somebody was going to say, no, you should have picked my thing or whatever, right? But at least, I think that I would pick choices that are not offensive to anybody. I biased as I am, I think that probably my selection of music is not offensive too much. I do listen to metal, but I wouldn't put that on my stream because some people might not like that. But okay, what are we doing here? They're slow. I can just walk away. Probably get up towards the stair, reset this thing. I think that's the play. I do have reflect as well, so if I had just a few of them shooting at me at a time, it wouldn't be so bad. And if I got more than a few on the screen, I could also just condenser vein. Did I kill that guy? No. Chance to hit is only 55 here. They whipped out their bow. What's their chance to hit me? 28. Their little minions have 20. Let's try not to get shot by more than like one at a time here. Okay, got the leader, I think. Let's just double check. Yes, killed it. And we're starting to get flanked, so we're going to pull out. At least pull to the stairway. And then take out archers. Still haven't been touched yet, which is pretty wild, actually. All that shielding. It's good stuff. Boomerang's doing tons of work here. Okay, is that whole pack? Wow, I think it is. I took poison damage that whole time, all those archers. I think poison damage is the only damage I took. Upgrading this tower shield was huge. Plus the reflect, right? The reflect did some work there. +5 shield from that, so good. Nice fight. Malamar says, it's wild that Naga have way more archers, but worse ranged apps than Elf. Good point. But they do, don't they? They like their archers here. That said, when the elves decide to pull out a bow, like those master archers, boy, are they scary. Holy cow. They can do like 120 damage a turn or something, I think. Which is just silly. Okay, I've mulched 2 boomerangs on this floor. Got to be careful with that, but I think that fight was well worth doing what I did. Because even though it wasn't scary, it can get scary pretty quickly. Hey, large rocks just laying on the floor. 5 of them, big pickup. We got 26. Well, let's just step in. We got a single silver jav. I'll take it. It's like just enough to get by, isn't it? The Oka gifts, pretty much. Just enough to get by. We're not flooded by throwing items, that's for sure. I wish it was a little more. Like, I know that like a lot more would be OP, but just a little more would feel a lot better. Nice, I got the mage from behind that green, basic green one. Pretty good. Pretty good miss on the green snake to get the one behind it. Look at that. Leather armor of dramatic exits, rampage, and +3 strength. Cool. Okay. Doing pretty well on this floor, I think. We are on Snake Pits 4, aren't we? So I got to be careful of the main vault, which looks like it's about here or around the corner. Yep, there it is. Let's clear this area first. I will happily throw range stuff at that guy. And then at these guys too, because they're mited. Just reduce their numbers a bit. Okay. Save the best for last. The vault. 100% elf jocks are scary. Yeah, they are. Those aptitudes and the big weapons and the rest. Okay, let's stay away from that salamander. If we can. There we go. I haven't had one of those salamanders do their big fire attack yet, which is just fantastic. We are weak. What does weak do exactly? 25%? Yeah, less in melee, isn't it? No, just less damage? No, melee. Okay, if I read the whole thing from the start, left to right, I will gain all the information I need, as it turns out. Who would have thought? So if we do ranged, we'll be fine, but probably one-on-one melee's fine. Let's jav. Fighting to 14, I hit level 18 and get some more strength. So now we're just leveling throwing all the way up. I think... Let's get some dodging. Let's see how long it takes us to get up to 10 EV off of dodging, given how cheap it is. Let's go to 8 first. Should be pretty quick. See if that gives us another EV. It probably will. I don't know. Plank says, I would stop at 16 throwing and focus defenses. Well, okay, let's look at our min delay. 1.3. These are already below 1. Yeah. Okay. So we could go into dodging shields and fighting, probably. Yeah, all right. Seems fine. We'll take dodging to 8. We'll see where that leaves us here, and then we'll go shields and dodging, probably, and fighting, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm negative telly, so let's be careful. Try to reset this a little bit. I'm weak, negative telly, and negative P. And now I'm not. Look at this. The Ruin Vault is going to be the easiest vault in the whole of Snake after all that. Maybe not. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but sure feeling like it. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, teleporter snake did the thing. Of course it did. So I could just haste pot here. Or I could just finesse. I've got Gels, so I can pull everybody away if I need to. Oh, there's this guy. This is the scariest enemy now. He's not going to shoot through this one. So I can kill this guy and this guy. And maybe go from there. I do think we haste pot then. Of course, he can remove any buff I put on. Look at all those brilliance pots. If only those were something useful. Do I just open with a Gels? I could Gels to here, which makes a jab feel really good, probably. I've got 2 charges of this. Let's try. Does silver jab feel good here? Chance to hit's only 62. I've got blink scrolls. I've got fear scrolls. We're gonna finesse. Okay, now I'm slowed. So we're either attacking. Well, I guess I'll say we're not walking when we're slow. So finesse is effectively canceled out. Okay, let's try to kill this line first. It's not going well. In terms of damage, 62%, large rock. I whiffed. Nothing about this fight is going well, I gotta say. I can't polymorph you. Just looking at my options. Evocables aren't it. I could check Fear Scroll here. Just reduce the population a little. 16%, 79, 79. Yeah, so most of these little snakes go, and then I can focus this guy with my finesse. Feels okay. Try it. Wow, that was a terrible roll. Slow is gone, though. Still got finesse. Am drained by 1. So it could be a teleport. It could be a blink. I think we got to start thinking about getting out, though. I think we're going to teleport. How much damage do you do? 25? That's not bad. 26, 15, 26. I'm going to Fear Scroll again. Going to use Finesse on the dragon. Did not quite kill it. Okay, but we got the reset. Okay, well, little sketch. Little sketch. If we can kill these guardian snakes, that'd be good. Because that's the one that made that a problem. Okay, here's our silver dragon. Quick silver dragon. I'm going to finesse again. Okay, easy. We got large rocks, nice. Let's step around corner. And step back up. I took 1 extra turn there than I should have. Okay, we did in fact go to EV10. I'm not sure when, but we got there. Let's take dodging to 10. See if we get another one. Alongside that, I think we're going to go shields up to 12. Let's focus dodging. Let's look at the cost. 14.3 on shields. Let's get fighting up to 15 as well. Okay. Good teleport there, I think. Probably that makes the rest of this cruisy. I did burn 2 Fear Scrolls, which is unfortunate, but I think we've got another one in a shop. Cool. Easy peasy. Kite shield protection. Let's just look at that, should we? +3 EV, decrease in shield by 10. So if I would have saved my scrolls, I could have enchanted this to +5, I believe, which would have been 3 EV. So we would have lost 7 shield, not EV, 3 shield. I still think I like what we got. Cool, first run. Not too bad. Kind of a sketchy snake overall, but it was fine. Do we go straight into swamp? I think we do. Still have no hat. Fascinating. We could pick up this fear scroll on the way out if I wanted. How many do I have? Still have 4, that's fine. No big loss there. Didn't burn any blink scrolls, so it's okay. Plank says, if you hit question mark and look at armor dodging shield skill, it will tell you how much you get per level. Is that right? Question mark? From here? Attributes and stats? That's surely not what you mean. Question mark from here? Yeah, help. Letter of the skill. Dodging? I've never done this before. Fascinating. Thanks for that little tip. With your current equipment and stats, training 1 level of the skill would increase your EV by 0.2. Oh, well, okay. So it's going to take us 5 levels of dodging to get 1 more EV. That seems not worth, right? Yeah, Regim says, we told you, bro. We told you to take that hat. Here to troll. Inavo, welcome to the stream. Mr. Malmar says, Guardian Snakes are scarier than the Vault Convokers. Yes. No question about it, man. Because the Convokers just convoke, away from you, whereas the Snakes are instant speed, no warning, surrounded. So much worse. Okay, I think we turn dodging off, given that. I don't want to level all the way up to 13 on dodging right now. We could check out shielding. What does that say? Yeah, so every level of this is 0.5 shield. Granted, EV is better than shield, but it's just so much more effective when I already have such high shield. It's going to get really absurd really fast. Yeah, so I think we go fighting and shielding over dodging. We could even go armor, actually. Right. Okay, so armor actually increases my EV by half as much as dodging does, probably given that I have a really heavy armor on, while additionally giving me 0.6 AC. So this is way better to level than dodging. Granted, I don't have the manual for armor, and I do for dodging, but still. Let's look at the cost. 17 versus 6.4. Boy, I still think armor is better. Interesting. Okay, we learned something here. I did anyway. Thanks, Plank. With heavy armor, the armor skill is often as effective as dodging skill for raising your EV. There you go. Not quite, but given that it also does armor, which is better than EV probably, it's just better here in heavy armor. Yeah, really good stuff. Much appreciated. So we're going to take shields up to 12, and we're going to take armor up to 12 as well, I think. Which will give us 1.2 armor and 0.2 EV evasion. And I'm happy to level all these things. A little less than optimal, but that's okay. Regim says, also, who had Draconius pegged as a metal guy? More like Death Clock or Sabaton? Dude, Death Clock? I was really into Death Clock back in the day. Back when... I'm trying to think of the name of the show. Metalocalypse. There we go. Back when that was like coming out fresh, I was super into that. Good stuff. But also more traditional metal, right? And some of the newer stuff. And yeah, metal, here's my argument. And this is not a new argument by any means, but metal has a lot in common with classical music, which is what got me into metal in the first place. So there you go. It's actually just that I'm so into classical that metal's also acceptable. It's more than acceptable. I like metal. Also, like tangentially metal stuff, like Slipknot, I was really into for quite a while. Okay, so I forgot that we were going to get the whole floor being pulled. Womp womp. Let's go heroism, I think, here. We're getting attacked by spear. We're going to be attacked by 2 spears in just a second. 32 damage. And then these guys actually do quite a bit less. So I'm going to attack this way. We've got our cold resist. From here, I'm going to throw a rock. 78, 58. Let's kill you. Let's kill you. Let's step up. Nice. Good stuff. I've got a bunch of identification pots. I should probably use those. Identification pots. Let's try scrolls. 7 vulnerability. Attraction. Come on, enlightenment. There's enlightenment. We've got 2 of them. We've also got another enchant scroll, enchant armor. It's probably saved for the hat when I eventually get it. It's never coming at this rate, I think. I'm going to start using more rocks against bigger enemies. This one doesn't count. Let me catch up on chat. Inaba says, I only know Sabaton because of World of Warships and OSU. The most adjacent ever cultural osmosis. I'm not familiar with any of those references. I apologize. Dr. Roxo is still referenced in our home. Nice. That checks out. I play Magic with the principal bassoon of the Cleveland Orchestra. Nice. And he's a huge metal guy. Also half Welsh. Don't know if that adds to it. Maybe. I'm not going to say my name, but I have an extremely Welsh name. And so, yes. I actually just recently traced my lineage pretty far back. And it is very, very Welsh. I'll just say that. And Cleveland Orchestra, I used to hang out with those guys as well. There was a jazz club in Cleveland Heights that they used to go to after the orchestra let out, that I would go to as well and just hang out with them. And very fun group of people, fun place to be. That was a good time in my life. Like grad school, just like free orchestra every week. Good stuff. Inaba says, Sabaton's popular with the military weebs, in short. Oh, okay. I will suspend judgment, and I will check them out at some point. Chance to hit, 74. Let's try it. Would you die, please? Thank you. Nice, I reflected his spear, and he came to visit me up close and personal. We'll just tab. Tab. Okay, Hydra. Do I switch into sword here? I mean, axe? What am I talking about? Sword. I think I do. Direct attack Hydra. Yeah, we can just tab this. What is my axe skill at? Just an easy 0, of course. But that plus 10 axe is pretty solid. Oh, I don't have fly. Come get me, broski. Cool. Easy swamp 1 compared to snake. Regim says, every Welshman I know loves metal and weightlifting. Don't know if it's a coincidence or a pattern. Inaba, speaking of Welsh, haven't been to Cardiff in 9 months now. Kind of want another visit. Is that a place that is located close to you, Inaba? Don't know where everybody's from here. I kind of just assume most people are North American. My YouTube stats do tell me actually where people are from, just as like a general population, not individuals. So I do know kind of the distribution of people in my crowd. And it is mostly American, but I've got a good number of Europeans as well. There's like 1 or 2 other people down my way that watch. There are not many of us. Oh, I just mulched 2 boomerangs. It's kind of lame. And I was saying one of the lovelier cities in Britain, about 3-hour train ride away. Nice. I've heard good things about Cardiff. Never been to the UK myself. Whoops, I still have my axe. Let's not do that. We've got a manual of axes, ironically. I'm not going to be using it. Okay, axes actually do fine against other enemies here. This axe in particular, anyway. More invis pots are welcome. Ooh, I just tabbed into a ghost. Let's not do that. Let's go over this way. Kill you. Just got to be a little tactical here about our targets. Got to remember not to cruise too hard. Traco, hey, hides in 1:30 a.m. Yeah, you're European, aren't you? I want to say, well, I won't say, I guess. You told me at one point, I won't say it. You can share that information if you'd like to. I know you stay up late, though, watching the streams, and I do appreciate it, Traco. 76% chance to hit Francis with Curare. That feels good. Then we have plenty of time to do large rocks at you. Okay, here's Spriggan. I guess we just charge. Roxanne with the Granite Talisman. So I've been saying all game, if we find that it's possible, I might do it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Is Roxanne scary enough to finesse? Time to go repo? Yeah, maybe. Definitely maybe. I'm going to finesse. I'm going to step in, hit you with big rocks. Pretty good, pretty good. Didn't mulch any of them, I don't think. Okay, we'll drop a few weapons here and we'll have a look. So we could get this online around 15 min skill, I think, given that it has plus HP, maybe lower even. Gives me base damage to unarmed attacks, give me a ton of AC. The resistances are not currently relevant, but it does give strength, which gives damage. Melee damage plus 50%. So all of the damage stuff is huge. Does not help throwing, though, does it? With the strength, it does a little bit. Minus EV. Melds body armor. So actually, the resulting armor is decreased by 15. Oh, but there is a breakpoint here, right? So as we level it up, there is a breakpoint where it will start going positive. Now, what do we lose? We're going to lose fire resistance, cold resistance. No, we get our elect. Yeah, so we're going to lose a pip of fire and cold resistance. Never mind the fact that we get slowed. We don't have boots on, right? No gloves, just the body armor. Blood and bones, as well as substance mutations suppressed. Does that suppress our troll blood? I think it does. Yeah, because it's blood. So no more regen. Is this actually not good for us right now? My conclusion is I think we probably don't want to do this. Never mind the experience to get there. We do have the manual and we have wild shape, but still, I think this is a no. I'm just going to take a 30-second break here real quick. You guys let me know what you think on this. Inaba does say with Oka you don't think he'd like it as much. Any other opinions on this? My opinion is probably not as well. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Okay, I think nobody else had an opinion on that. I know that I know Plank's opinion is no. Oh, here it is. Plank says, even in an ideal scenario with a manual and amulet and the best talisman, shapeshifting still isn't worth investing in your opinion. In this specific scenario, I assume, with a troll. Or do you mean in general, on every character? I'm curious. I think I agree that currently on this character, it's not correct. Old Captain says I wouldn't for 3 runes as well. Okay, nobody is in the 4 camp, I guess. Never mind that we're also not woo, right? So we don't have the free movement steps, which is a large part of the repo thing. So that you can get your free steps in case you get into a bad position. You can get free attacks off. It amplifies your damage and so on and so forth, right? Woo is a lot better with stone form than Oka would be in general. I think. Chance to hit you, 74. I'll take it. Try again. Nice, got there. Wow, lots of bunny yips. Let's pull. Didn't get more than that guy. Okay, well, I was hoping to get more. That's fine. Yeah, like, I debated going Woo this game rather than Oka, and decided on Oka specifically for throwing items and the armor. And boy, did that pay off, specifically on the armor, more so. I'm going to pull these guys up. But I really like the playstyle of Woo better, a lot better, in fact. I have been finding Woo to be one of the most fun gods, I think, to be honest. And I'm like 2 for 2 in the last few years on Woo. All of those games being most, quite recent. And I want to try Woo on a standard melee character that's not a stabber. So this would have been a good one to do it, but I've already got that win. Do we want Dutcher or Tipped? I don't know. I'll take them. So I'm having mixed feelings overall in summation, is that I think actually Oka did pay off here, but I kind of wish I was playing Woo now. We'll go back down this side. Probably kill the leech, I guess. The bunny yips are the scariest, I think. Though this guy can pull me off the stairs. Let's try to pull you up. Go down somewhere else. Plank means on troll, even outside this game, but I also do mean in general, on most species, it's not worth it. Interesting. I mean, most of the time, I'm also not shape-shifting, but I will take a mid-game Spore Talisman or Medusa Talisman just about every time. On stabbers in particular. Probably any melee character, though I didn't on this one, and I did have the option, so maybe that's not true. But I have really enjoyed both of those talismans. Also on Null, just in general on Null, I take Medusa Talisman, I take Vampire Talisman, the Sanguine one, actually, quite happily. I used to take Maul Form as well, and then it kind of got nerfed, and I haven't tried it again. And Ab is asking about Phoebe. I think Phoebe you just about have to, don't you? I don't know if that's actually true, but it seems like you really ought to be shapeshifting on Phoebe. Let's get that alarm trap off the screen. We'll go around this way. Okay, that's just about level 3. Okay, down to 4. The ultimate question, are we going to get Lerny? I guess Lerny is finesse plus large rocks, probably, and that'll solve the problem I expect. Ooh, opening up with Tentacled Monstrosity. You hate javelins, right? I don't remember, but I think so. No, they're demonic, not chaotic. I thought they were chaotic. They're usually in the abyss. I'm going to throw them anyway. Soften you up a bit. Okay, not too bad. Immediately find Hydra. Okay, we'll flip that off. Kill all the guys besides Hydras. Now we're going to go up because I don't want to be entangled. Okay, good opening volley there. Still got Shambler on the screen. Large rock chance at 91. Ooh, that's really nice. Yeah, so he summons these dudes. I asked this last game. Does he summon these ravens? It actually doesn't say he does it? But obviously he does. Yeah, nowhere here does it say. Oh, look at this. What is this? It has a negative bazillion chance to hit me. What? Why? What is this good dude's deal? This doesn't make sense. He has damage. No, this isn't Trunk Inaba. This is 0.34. This is stable. So this isn't like a trunk bug or anything. Int underflow. Huh. That's a kind of bug I've never seen before. I am assuming it's graphical. Okay, so we're about to get doomed out of existence, which just feels terrible, and I don't want that to happen. So, what's the play? I'm slow on my large rocks. 1.3. I could jav on both of these guys, maybe. I'm also locked down. 62% chance to hit. Feels kind of bad. Paralysis, 49. Could tambourine? If I tambourine kind of this direction like so, maybe only one of them can doom me at a time and I can throw. Oh, you're saying my EV is 0 because I'm locked down. But how does that make it's his chance to hit me? It should be like really high, not negative. Okay, we got doomed once. That's bad. Oh, God. 59. Come on, please die. What do I want to do here? I should have fogged. I should have fogged on turn 1. Okay, I got 1 kill. Did I get 2? Yes, I got 2 kills. And I can throw to about here. No, that's not going to work. Never mind. Let's go up. Okay, this works, actually. I'm happy. Okay, we got there. Yeah, that was a mistake, not popping fog turn 1. How many fogs do I have? 3? That's fine. As long as there's no more doom coming in, I'll be fine. But I shouldn't have taken 2 hits from it. I was distracted by the bug, I feel. I'll blame it on that. Okay, lots of hydras and dragons. Step around corner. We do have druids, so we've got to watch out for that. Whoops. Can I throw a jav? Maybe. Whoops. Okay, we'll go up. Go down somewhere else. Confusion. Interesting. I forgot that dragon did Mephitic Cloud, not poison. That's kind of cool. Double hydras. Triple hydras, and I'm slowed. Oh boy. Screwed up. Let the slow get to me. This guy still has too many heads. This guy only has one. I've got 4 heads down here. Am I in kill range? I mean, technically, yes. I hate to do it, but I'm going to blink here, I think. I think I have to. I could try fear. Does fear work on these guys? I tabbed for too long, basically. 79. With 79% chance and, you know, their low chance to hit me, I think that I do this. I think it's fine. Yeah, I get all 3 of them. That's better than a blink scroll, no doubt. Okay, let's try to kill this one. Okay, just clean them up with boomerangs. What do we get? A Tropa. Interesting. Let's reset. I'll fight you, that's fine. Now I'll reset. Whoops, I still have my axe out. Okay, well, that was spicier than it had any right to be, because I'm getting a bit overconfident with my tapping. Come here, you. No Learny. This is a non-Learny vault. So that's cool. Overall, pretty easy, I'd say. A little bit of spice there with the Hydras, but nothing that we were actually worried about. There was 0 chance we were dying there. Hey, we get a trove. Hopefully I have a ring of flying or something to get to it. Oh, great. The guy with the ravens. Do I fog again? I do not like these guys now that they spawn ravens. It is very unfun. Let's large boulder you. Nice. I don't know why I actually did condenser vein there. That was probably a wasted turn. Yeah. Oh, we got a little abyss section over here maybe or something. And of course he's going to hit that trap. No? Okay. I did it right. Nice. Oh, digging. Okay. The Robe of Prudence. Kind of nice. Triple resist, negative int. That's fine. Wow, stockpile of boots. Look at this. Boots of flying, which would be useful. I can't wear them. Yeah, 4 boots just laying on the ground. Weird. Oh, a bunch of enemies over here all of a sudden. Where'd they come from? Inaba says I got lucky. Yeah, on the Hornets or Ravens thing. You know, Plank, I have not seen Hornets since 3-4. I think they've always been Ravens for me, for whatever that means. Okay, we have Nikla. Never mind that he's not alone. I'm getting flanked. Oh, Lerny is here. What? It's too bad this trove is on this floor, because otherwise I'd just go away. We don't need to be here. Do I want to kill something before I go up, or am I just being greedy? Let's not be greedy. So that's the wrong stair. I think I want to check the trove. I think there's a pretty good argument for just running away. Do I have a ring of flight, please? No. Well, that's awkward. I've got to pop a pot, and I've only got 2 of them. None of these talismans help, do they? I don't think so. Oh, yes, they do. Interesting. Okay, let's check it. Storm Dragon scales to function, +4. Okay, let's move out of this, because I'm sitting on 28 HP right now. Good thing nobody came around the corner. That was risky as it gets. Yep, Dragon does a Nava. Good call. You guys are lagging a little bit behind me, I think. So I think we're going to leave Nicola and Lerny down there. We don't need to kill that. It would be a little extra XP. Is it worth? Not really. I'm going to end up throwing a bunch of large rocks around at those things, and then if I have to bail out, my large rocks are going to get lost. So I don't think it's worth. We got the ruin. Let's just move on. Still no helmet. He wasn't wearing a helmet, was he? Or a hat, rather? I don't think he was. Cloak of corrosion resist. We don't need that. Yeah, okay. This is fine. Now where do we want to go? We're level 18, almost level 19, so I'm starting to think about Abyss. We have not found an Abyss entrance yet. I do, however, have... Oh, I don't. I could have swore I picked up a Distortion branded item. I did not, so we can't even banish ourselves. Okay. So we can go Elf, we can go Vaults, or we can go Depths. I suppose we poke around Elf first. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. This is a fine entrance, I think. Do we still want Reflection? I could actually see Acrobat being really good here over Reflection. Maybe not. And now it says, do you have the will for Elf? Abyss would probably be fine, but why not visit Vaults first? Yeah, so we have 1 pip of willpower, which means that Elf is a great place to get banished into the Abyss around level 19 to 20. So that's kind of where I'm thinking is we'll get a little more experience here, and then we'll allow ourselves to be banished if we see the opportunity, and we'll go get the Abyss Rune, I think is what I'm thinking. Just one tapped that guy. Nice. Reflect Amulet paying off there. There's another manual of shapeshifting. This game really, really wanted me to go shapeshifting. I could always get Blink online as well. Two more boomerangs. Those are always welcome. Sword of Holy Wrath is not relevant. There's level 19. Yeah, I'm more worried about the damage from Elf, if I'm honest. Like, they do have a lot of damage output. I'm pretty tanky, though. Really, I think I want my fighting to be higher. I'm at 201 max HP. Fighting's only at 15. Let's go 17 on that. And we're currently going to 12 on armor and shields. I don't know on that. If we stop shields or not. Let's look again. Shields, we're getting 0.5 per level. 28 seems really good. Where do we want to be on shields on this troll? I don't know. I think 28 seems fine though, right? Considering the armor gives armor and evasion, we probably just go armor over shields, probably. That's kind of what Plank was saying earlier, too. So I guess that's the plan. Fighting and armor from here on out. What we got? Short Sword of Venom. I think I just one-tapped it. Vampiric Trident. Just looking for a Distortion Blade or anything of that nature. Smoking fire dragon scales. Nah. I don't think there's any world where fire dragon scales are better. Just checking all these bookshops in case we get like manual of fighting, manual of armor, something like that. Nice Medusa talisman. Ring of slaying, we've already got one. There's maces and flails. No thanks. How much is the shield slowing your attacks? Some. Current attack delay is 0.8. I do know how to check, actually. I think. So it reduces your attack speed by 0.1 per negative evasion that it gives. So I'm not in a position to check that, how much it actually gives, but some. Like, we're at 15 unarmed? Yeah. So we should probably be closer to, like... I don't actually know. Somebody in chat probably knows better than me how much that's delaying it. I don't know. Whoa, hello. Took too many steps around the corner there. Let's dip. Oh, confused? By what exactly? Oh, this guy has confused. I didn't even know that. Which means I lose all my shielding. That's not good. Delay is insignificant with 40 strength. Cool, good to know. Inaba says, what if it's 12 plus 12 fire scales of a bunch of good stuff? It could be. I'm not going to spend on my gold to find out, though, I think. Yeah, 1 to 2 aughts. Yeah, probably so. I think I got to get out of this confusion. This is not good with all these ranged guys and no shield. Please don't confuse me again. Okay, we'll just fight him like this. Seems fine. Have a large rock. Where'd all those elves go? Is this Raka? It's gotta be, right? Have a large rock. Have a javelin. Ooh, javelin's doing so much damage. That's amazing. I think we'll just poison these guys. Seems fine. Then we'll step around corner. Let them come to me. Could this possibly just be a random orc pack? It could. Huh. Wild. Would not have guessed. Those elves must have ran away, which is also scary, because I was standing where I was so I could fight them. And now I've got to find them again in a new location. You think for endgame I want more UC? Yeah, I agree. I will, eventually. More throwing as well. Where are we at? Yeah, we're going to turn off the defenses here real shortly. And go back into throwing, I think, primarily. Heavy glaive. What's your damage like? 59, but slow. Could also just large rock since it's hasn't noticed me. Nice. Seriously, did I kill those archers? I swear I didn't. Yep, there he is. Deflecting missile, so no chance to throw. Where's your friends? No idea. Okay, I guess I just charged this guy. Yep. That's the one thing I'm afraid of, is like annihilators. Elfish annihilators are a bit scary here, I think. Whoa, these guys are a little scary too, huh? What in the world? Let's pull back. What? 3D21. Wow, I do not like you, elemental guys. They're both attacking me at once, I think, is part of the issue here. Do I have to heal wounds again? I think I do. I should have just started throwing, probably, with the low attack delay. I don't know what the right play was there. I definitely feel like I misplayed it, though. Shouldn't have had to drink 2 heal pots, that's for sure. Hmm. What is this thing? Hand axe of venom. Okay, let's pull back a bit. Ooh, mutator eye. Oh, I don't like that a bit. I do have silver javelins, though. Let's do that. Let's try not to get confused by these elves. Okay, I'll just shut the door. Shut the door. All right, that worked out fine. Yeah, the new silver eyes. Shining eyes, rather. Kind of painful. Not too bad, though, I gotta say, with silver javs. Took 2 shots, which is more than I wanted, but we got there. Nice, that elf down below killed himself, but now I am confused. So many of these guys. These elvish archers. They can't dodge my, Oh yeah, repelling missiles does work on javs, interestingly. Let's retreat. I'm worried about that confusion. Shut door. Cool. Not too bad if I can get him in a hallway. Obviously. Definitely a positioning game. Doesn't eye just do contamination now? Yes. So the eye does, like in 3 shots, 3 total shots, you'll go above 100% contam, which you can track over here. And contam has a much higher chance now in 0.34 to mutate you. So they do mutate you. It's just a secondary effect, but it happens very quickly. Just not instantly anymore. Elves did synchronized blinking there for a sec. Sure did. Okay. We are currently level 19. 40% of the way through. I would be happy getting banished here, I think. Can you die, please, Necromancer? Apparently not. What about a large rock? 67? Gotcha. Let's pull these ones, because there is an invis enemy there. Okay, let's pull. Kill the guy that can go invis first. Boy, this makes me feel like I might be close to the vault. Let's pull. Like, there's just so many enemies here. I think this is worth a rev scroll. Usually is on this floor. No, this is not the end vault. This is just the welcoming party. Okay. Do we want to keep pressing forward? We're at 49% of the way through the level. Probably pulled most of this area. Nice, I'll take curing pots, definitely. Hey, we found Louise. And she immediately banishes me into the abyss. I will take it. That's just fine. We're on Abyss 3. I was going to say Louise is like the easiest way to get banished here on Elf 3, right? Because the Demonologists and so on, the Corruptor or whatever they're called, those guys do damage. They hurt. Louise, on the other hand, is not too scary. So here we are in Abyss, and we're going to do a little experiment here, because usually I come into the Abyss with a bunch of stealth. And as I said earlier, I have 0 stealth. Literally none. And so we're putting to the test, how much does a little bit of stealth actually affect Abyss? I expect quite a lot. We have 9 teleportation scrolls. Let's move. We're on Abyss 3. I also think probably Abyss 4 is optimal. So we'll put that to the test as well. Do have 1 pip of regen. 74% chance to hit with large rock. I got to be careful here because anything I throw might get lost when I teleport. And so there's a little bit of a downside to be on a thrower, I think. We could just teleport. I think that's probably the play, realistically. Like, we're not really scared of a single lich. A little bit, maybe. Mostly I want to try to trigger the ruin, though. Okay, we did trigger ruin, but it wasn't the teleport. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to read another teleport here to cancel that. Let me think. Is that the play? I think it is. I got to go back the way I came. I'm going to have to fight that lich. I've got 2 haste pots. I'm maxed out on Oka. Piety. So I could just finesse here. I think I got to read the teleport scroll, though. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, no, but immediately punished, huh? With that teleport scroll. Malamar saying Hatless is the new Maidenless. In this game, it seems to be. I don't think I want to go down and around. I think I want to go back the way I came, which is a little unfortunate, like I was saying. Okay, we kill Lich. I didn't even finesse there. I kind of want that guy, that summoner dead. I'm not sure I want to take the time. Let's pop finesse. I could boomerangs, actually. Okay. Let's kill Brainworm. He's kind of annoying. There's our entrance. It's lightning spires. And it's a flying area. Okay, I obviously don't have apparition. I was going to check my spells. I'm like, let's do apparition. Nope. You don't have apparition. You're not a spellcaster. I keep reminding myself. 2 haste pots. I probably don't need it here. I don't remember this vault. What else is in here? I'm not sure. I'm going to hero. Yeah, so the ruin is just like literally sitting here. I cannot walk through deep water in Abba, no, unfortunately. Lots of lightning damage coming through. So what I'm debating right now is, do I want to fight literally anything here? Or do I want to try to blink and nab it? Raijus can see invisible. Blizzard Demon can see invisible. So Invispot does not work. I am currently frozen, which means my movement speed is halved. Or at least reduced. I'm not sure by how much. Very slow movement speed. So I think I want to jab. I think I'll use regular javelins and try to get some kills here. Wow, that was super effective, wasn't it? Blizzard Demon, Raiju, Raiju, Raiju. Super good. Okay. That's the heroism for you. Throwing is currently at 21. So, yeah, good stuff. I think, yeah, Ruin is right here. Okay, so we are going to blink, probably, or do I walk from this direction? Oh, you're saying I can walk through here in Abba. That's what you're saying. Slay the Spire. Yep, and grab it. Got you. You are correct. Thank you. I was not paying close enough attention. Okay, I just got tormented. Now I'm thinking about my health. Wish that tormentor had not stepped around the corner. That's pretty unfortunate because I was doing fine and now I'm feeling less fine about it. What does fear look like here? I don't think it works on most of these guys, right? Let's just check for good measure. 16, 90, 79 on both of these? That's okay. And that guy? Okay, let's do it. More Raijus. Okay, I'm going to go teleport right now. I am still frozen. We've got at least 10 turns, minus the frozen factor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink a heal wounds from here. He steps in. I'm going to blink. Nab Ruin. What else is here? 3 javelins. It's okay. I think we're just going to move on. Now what I could do is Enlightenment Pot rather than attack these. I do have Finesse, and I'm no longer slowed. Okay, attacking worked. We're taking a lot of damage. But it doesn't feel too bad, realistically. Am I foolish for thinking that? If I step here, not very many... Oh, I can't step there. What am I talking about? I'm frozen again as well. So stepping is bad. Do I just heal pot again? Maybe. This one can't attack me. This one probably doesn't attack me. It could. Yeah, I think I heal pot again. I'm going to step. I'm going to step. No longer slowed. No longer finessed as well. Now the question is, do I run or do I attack? What does this guy do in melee? 2 times 20. That's better than its spellcasting. Likewise, this guy only does 11 plus 10. So I think melee is the way to be. We'll go finesse. Kill Blizzard Demon. Kill Raiju. Still got Telly. Okay, we Telly. Ambrosia now. Pass a few turns. That Ambrosia left a little to be desired, I have to say. Waiting turns was fine, though. So we essentially lost 3 javelins there. And look at this, we're going to get out immediately. Pretty easy overall. But it took 2 healing pots, I think. 3 teleport scrolls, 1 blink scroll. Yeah. Ambrosia. So not terribly expensive, and the 3 javelins, of course. A little more expensive than I'd like, but for a melee character, I don't feel terrible about that, I think. Okay, so I have protection from being banished for a little bit. I'm not sure how long, actually. Not a super long time, but probably long enough to kill Luis with finesse. Seems good. Okay, we're back up to 7 teleports. That's fine. That's a good place to be. Yeah, pretty easy overall. I just got confused again. Good stuff. What do we think, chat? Feeling good about Abyss? I'm feeling pretty good about Abyss. Okay, let's do other takeaways. How many enemies did I see for having low stealth? I think I couldn't say it's a lot more than the other versions where I have more stealth. It definitely was a few more, but like, was it significant? Maybe not. The Ruin did pop pretty quickly on Abyss 3 too. So basically everything I was saying about Abyss 4 is better and you should teleport often didn't really matter at that time in particular. It's still true in general. Those things are still true in my opinion. But Abyss 3, it just worked out for us that time. I think it worked out a little better than usual, probably. But it was fine. Regim says, Abyss me, Captain. Indeed. That was dicey, but a ruin is a ruin. It was a little dicey. I was taking more electrical damage than you'd like, obviously. I don't feel like it was all that dicey, though. I mean, I had haste pots. I had more blink scrolls if I wanted to use them. I had fog, which I probably should have used, looking back on it, for the towers. That would have solved that problem. So should have used a fog there. It was a little more dicey than I'd like, but I don't think we were actually in danger of dying there, realistically. A very small danger overall. Regim says... Okay, I'll come back to you, Regim. Mr. Malamar says, I don't know, Vault's 5 risk level for melee? Seems like Vault's 5 risk level for melee. But there were fewer enemies, definitely, than Vault's 5. And we only had 1 Lich, right? We had 1 Demon. I think that was still less than Vault's 5. You could stair dance in Vault's 5, I guess, is the counter argument there. So it could be close. That was definitely a harder one than I usually have with spellcasters, obviously, but melee is worse than spellcasters. Like, that's just the way of it, especially if they have summoning. I don't think there's any two ways around that. So maybe for a melee dude, Vault's 5 sometimes, for stair dancing reasons. I'll say this, standing here in Elf 3, I think there's reason to be more afraid of Elf 3 than the Abyss Ruin as a melee dude. Like, this Elf Vault is likely to be pretty sketch for me, I think. Hey, we get a blink scroll back. That's nice. Objectively less risky, Inaba says. XL appropriate, though. You'd be higher XL tackling Vaults 5. That is very true. If we were going Vaults 5, I would have done Vaults 1 through 4, obviously. Depths, Elf, possibly even Crypt. So we would be level 24, maybe? And have a bunch more skill levels and everything, right? More HP, etc. So we went in at XL 19, which is pretty much where you want to be on Abyss, I think. Maybe XL 20 or 21, kind of that range. So we could have been a bit stronger, but that was fine. Okay, this guy's going to want to banish us again. 43%. We care a lot less now. We would still end up on Abyss 3, probably. Some chance to be Abyss 4, but... What's my large rock chance? 67? Let's try it. Cool, good enough. Another one. Gotcha. Large rock to the face is always pretty good. Let's clear this down here. Oh, Regim, I got to come back to you too. Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2 operate on completely different motivational architectures. Meanwhile, Slay the Spire 2 preserved the motivational architecture of Slay the Spire 1. Yes. Regim coming from left field here, but yes, I agree. I haven't played Darkest Dungeon 2, but I have not played it because I did a bunch of research into if I want to play it or not. Because I knew that if I tried, I would be sinking a bunch of time into it. and I opted for no. And it's because they changed the algorithm. I loved Darkest Dungeon 1. One of my favorite games ever, still is. Probably need to play it again soon. Darkest Dungeon 2 just looks like a cheesy knockoff by comparison, and I don't care for it. I'm an anti-fan of how that game looks without even having played it. Nothing good to say about it. I know some people like it and have fun with it and whatever, and that's fine. Good for them, right? That's my opinion on it. Good for them. I'm glad they enjoy it. I just look at it and my disappointment is so overwhelming. Have you guys played it, Darkest Dungeon 2? What do you think compared to Darkest Dungeon 1? Ugh, confused. Whoops, let's go here. Confused again. I do not like you confusing enemies. I do not like you one little bit. Can you stop this, please? Now I'm slowed. There we go. What a pain. More like annoyance, right? Like little gnats buzzing around me, blinking and shooting me, confusing me. Oof. Mr. Malmar says, yeah, big takeaway is that melee is hard. Yeah, melee with no spell support is hard and not my play style. And yeah, you got a ton of damage. I mean, I can't deny that throwing rocks, 86 damage rating is kind of silly amount of damage, obviously. I'd still rather have spells, any spells, especially those summoning spells, obviously. Just the tactical breadth that you get from having all those spells, it just can't be beat. You cannot beat the amount of options given by spells. Old Captain says, did you manage to snatch the ruin? Sure did. Yep, I ended up using a blink scroll for it. Just one, but we got there. On the same boat as me on Darkest Dungeon 2, Old Captain says, you said it looked like more of the same, but Slay the Spire 1 and 2 are basically the same. No, I think that maybe I misspoke. I think that Darkest Dungeon 2 looks like a different game. Right? It's like a knockoff, and it's inspired by Darkest Dungeon 1 rather than a sequel, or rather than like Slay the Spire 1 just really hit the nail on the head, and then Slay the Spire 2 comes in and says, we're not going to break the mold, right? We're going to do the same thing more or less. We're just going to make it better. That's the winning recipe. What Darkest Dungeon 2 did is shoot themselves in the foot and try to reinvent the wheel. And I'm not there for it. So that's what I meant to say. I might have misspoke. I think it's very much a different game. At least from the looks, right? The looks of it, the feel of what they were trying to sell me on. Like, here's the new things with Darkest Dungeon 2 and why it's so great. I was totally unsold on it. Turned me off, in fact. Tarako says, I did. I liked it, but it definitely does not scratch the same itch. Also feels a lot more arcadey and less final. If that's the right way to put it. Yeah, like less finished, basically. Less rounded off around the edges, maybe. Way less a feeling of losing the whole squad and so on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my impression. You liked 1 more than 2? Regem says, Tarako, I'm trying to define that itch that went unscratched. Clouds alone make good spells, Marmar says, for melee. Yep, true. I should have used clouds in Abyss. I should have. Fogged. Oh, Meph Cloud? Sure, if I could cast in Golden Dragon Scales, that'd feel good. Okay, gotta be careful here. We've got a 3-range Crystal Spear, primarily. Let's back up. Okay. Let's back up. We don't want to be confused around a bunch of casters, that's for sure. And I'd like to take those Annihilators out. What I get? Boomerangs. I'm slowed. Let's go this way. Nice little dug out area here. Like if I was to use digging wands, this is exactly what you'd want to see. Something like this. Very good. Fighting to 17. I think we go throwing to 21. And maybe unarmed combat. Let's just do one at a time. I really want to start throwing more. That's where I'm at with it. Have a rock. Oh, it's so good. It's funny just for the meme potential, if nothing else. The rocks. 63% chance. This is the scary guy. The scary archer. Fortunately, I don't think he can confuse us. So he's less scary than the other ones are, in some sense. Glaive of Distortion. Okay, that's a thing. I'd rather not get banished, even though it's kind of a non-issue. I would still rather not. Sweet, double kill. Regim says, my thesis this week is to identify why Darkest Dungeon 1 to 2 failed and Slay the Spire 1 to 2 won. I wonder how much pushback you'll get on that idea, though, that Darkest Dungeon 2 failed. Because there are some people that like it. I think the majority of DD1 players do not, but I don't know. Let's heroism. Let me just check this guy real quick. I have 51% chance to hit him. He only has 22% to hit me. I feel like I'm not hitting him very often, though. We can jabs this guy, I guess. Can't hit him to save my life. Zenata, you say. Zenata. Vampiric Latjang, not too scary. 24% chance to hit. 79% chance to hit her back. Okay, well, this feels okay. Can we large rock her? 77 to hit. Ooh, now we got a banisher. Oh, this isn't what I wanted to do. Game. Regem says, pushback sounds like engagement. You're not wrong there. No bad interaction on YouTube, that's for sure. Draco says 2 is like a single run, while in 1, the stakes are there, but not even in the same level of magnitude, where in 1 you can have 4 whole runs go horribly wrong and still know there is a chance to save the whole. I don't know enough about 2 to comment on that, but there's a take for you, Regem. Rocks rock, what else can be said? That's right, Malamar. Okay, we got to back up out of this, unfortunately. I could do javelins, but I'm slow. I want to be in this hallway. I feel like I'm going to get banished here. Let me see. Can I hit all these guys? Not quite. Let's go finesse. What's with the smoke? Large rock. Okay, Zenana, large rock. Severely wounded. We'll pull back. Large rock a couple times. Large rock at you. And I get banished. We are on Abyss 4. I am finessed. This is fine. We're going to stay away from that water, though. Screaming Refraction is scary because it does reflected damage. I don't know how much we care. Not much this time. Starcurse Mask can be scary. We're just going to run away from that. Hey, double exit. Okay, kill this guy. He tried to banish us again, but I rejected it. Level 20. Yeah, that guy thought the Abyss would hurt me. No, sir. I am alive and well and feeling very comfortable in the Abyss. Thank you very much. The Ruin is practically a get-out-of-jail-free card. Ooh, let's retreat a bit. Rock. Look at all these annihilators. Another banisher. Okay, boomerangs. Another annihilator. Wild. That's a shapeshifter, right? Surely. Okay, pretty well cleared this out, I think. Might be one more guy in here. So we'll be careful. More curing pots. Really nice energy sphere there, if you wanted one. Ring of RF EV Int 3. Might as well put that on. It's just better than what I've got. Over Ring of Evasion. Very nice. There's Punk. If we wanted ranged, we do not. Okay, yeah, that was fine. Got Third Ruin, got the Elf experience and so on. Pretty good overall. Catch up on chat here. Malamar says, I'm keeping my schedule pure by not doing Slay the Spire 2. As a Dwarf Fortress player, I fully dodged Factorio, and I could tell based on Slay the Spire 1 that 2 would be a relapse. Yep, I feel you there. I'm missing Dwarf Fortress. It's been a while since I played. I haven't even played the new raid changes. The new, what are they called? Yeah, basically raid changes, which has been a while ago. So Traco says, I'd agree that comparing is hard as well. One had a lot more management and lasts way longer than a run of 2. And you can finish a run in STS in one manageable session. Yeah, definitely. 2 is the same way, I think. It's a little longer. Pog ring, absolutely. Malamar says, shorter you say, relapse incoming. You know, I'm already kind of over Slay the Spire 2 for now. I'm going to go back to it when it full releases, but, you know, I played my way through. I got a little 3 streak, and I said, that's probably enough for now. Got to come back to Dungeon Crawl. Okay, let's see. Getting close to the end of my time for today. We can do a little bit more here. Where do we want to go? We can start vaults. We can start depths. Let's go start vaults, I guess. We need a little more XP probably. We're at 20, level 20. Throwing's at almost 17. Yeah, okay. We'll go get more XP. You know, actually, given that I'm mostly using melee right now, I should probably be leveling melee. So let's take throwing to 17, and then we're going to take unarmed combat up to 22 for a little while. We'll just maybe we'll not go that high. Maybe we'll say more like 19, and then we'll switch back because I'm also going to want to get fighting up, maybe armor. Is this Raka? This could be. Kind of looks like their pack. Yep, definitely. Figured. Holy and fire resist. My stairway is up there, but it is on Vaults 1, so I don't want to crowd these guys around my stairway, obviously. Let's at least kill these orcs with jobs, if we can. Okay, just Raka left. Have a rock, Raka. 82% chance to hit. Nice. Good stuff. Throwing is very strong. On a troll. At least. That felt very good. Traco says, I sank 40 hours in Slay the Spire 2 already. Nice. Lack of keyboard keeps me honest. Clicking is less kino in Dwarf Fortress, Malamar says. Very true, yeah. Large rock, just to stop the summoning. I think these guys hate silver, right? Maybe? Yeah, silver sears the crawling flesh cage. Sure is. Weak to silver. Let's get them both lined up. Nice. We could do... I only have one Curare left, so poison maybe? We'll just kind of pull back. Not like that. Yeah, they can barely hit me. Good stuff. Still looking for a hat. Just make sure I haven't found one. I can't believe it. I played all game and not a single hat, other than that acquirement scroll from Oka, as it were. Okay, let's try not to get too surrounded here. This seems fine. Whoops, not fine. Got flanked. Ha, not flanked that hard, though. That guy forgot to move. Let's see, can we kill the markers? Yes, nice. And everybody else. My god. Throwing. It's fun. Just clears them out, doesn't it? 7 silver jabs left. We've got 14 boomerangs, 26 large rocks. Low on regular jabs. Doing okay, though. Like, I'm not complaining too much here about the number of things I have. It's a little low. Maybe. What's your chance to hit? 23% at 28 shield. This guy has exceptionally hard hit dice as far as the Yaktars go. And he's fighter tagged, so he has a really high chance to hit. By comparison, this one only has 15% chance. So these guys are cruisy now. Yaktars are basically a non-issue. Captain is still kind of an issue because they do a lot of damage, but with this amount of shield, we can just cruise. I expect. How about these guys? 24% chance to hit. These guys are a little scarier than Yak Packs, I think. Thou art hatless, indeed. I miss being able to key shortcut my workshop orders in Dwarf Fortress. Can you not anymore? You say that, and obviously, like I've played a bunch of it on Steam and on the old version, but that doesn't ring a bell that they changed that. Like, other than DF Hack, I don't remember many things being taken out of the Steam version. I played Old Dwarf Fortress, though, way more than I've played the Steam version. I played Old Dwarf Fortress. Like, well, I've played the 2D version, I'll put it that way. I'm marked. Only a little bit of the 2D version around Boat Murdered era. And then a bunch more right after that, basically. Okay, that guy's going to try to stop me from moving, so let's get in a hallway. Boris. Hello, Boris. Do you like silver? Apparently not. I don't think he's actually harmed by silver in particular, but he's pretty weak to jabs. He has no armor. Yeah. Doesn't care about the silver part of it, but hates javelins all the same. All right, this guy's a little scary over here. Oof, the flay. Gotta take this seriously. Not sure how to do that because I don't have any more jabs. Needs more jabs. Retreating seems good here because the flare can't get me. And we can get into here like this maybe. This seems good. Whoops, I got forced out. Okay, let's take this carefully. I think probably this guy is a non-issue, right? 18% chance to hit. It's fine. There's the one I want to kill. Got him. I marked again. This is fine. Large rock the Yakator. Try to kill the marker guys first. Marked again. Kill the flare. We sure are tanky, aren't we? That was really nice. Basically the whole floor, I expect. In one fell swoop. That looked like Crypt, but I don't think Crypt can spawn on V1. In fact, I'm sure of it. Ooh, I'm fragile. That's all right. Boat murdered my beloved, says Tarako. But yeah, some of the shortcuts and deeper menus are gone. If I haven't gone mad. I can believe that. I didn't think there was too much, but... Malamar says 2D player is some cred, damn. Allergic? Yeah. Like, I would say Boat Murdered tangentially got me into the game. Because I was a member of Something Awful forums back then, which is where Boat Murdered took place. And my buddy found the thread and was like, check out this game, right? And that's how we got into it. And we played a lot of it. I have, at least in that era, I've seen, not the 2D era, like the pre-Steam era, saw everything there was to see, basically. And have had some very fun times playing Dwarf Fortress. One of my favorite games ever, no doubt about it. I thought maybe I would stream some of that at some point. Didn't know how much of my follower base, subscriber base, whatever, would actually want to see it. But I guess probably there's a lot of overlap between people who like roguelikes and people that like Dwarf Fortress, right? You would imagine. I would imagine. What is this little room? What is going on here? Do I care? We got a Paralyzer, we got a Banisher. Necromancer is kind of annoying. You could also play Dwarf Fortress as a roguelike. Yeah, I've been waiting for years, many years, for the adventure mode version to be better than it is. Like, I've played a decent amount of that, but it just doesn't really hold my interest in the way that a real roguelike does. What's finesse? With this Paralyzer here? Yeah. Shoot. Now I'm negative willpower. I don't like this. Heroism? Okay, kill Paralyzer. We need to kill the Necromancer. Now we retreat. Except that we have the eye, so let's do Silver Jabs. Nice. Well, let's just wait here. This seems fine. Cool, good enough. All of that for a little shop. This better be a good shop. Of course it's not. Of course. Maybe I'll just step around the corner here. Poison you up a little bit. That's not what I wanted to do. Little troll v troll action. Shoot. Let the Sphinx hex me, but I ended up killing the Sphinx while I was hexed, which is kind of funny. Poison darts and javelins. Okay, that's fine. All right, just having a look at the time. I think I've got to pulse it here, guys. We're on Vaults 2. We've got 3 ruins. And we're going to go down to Vaults 4 probably and then head into Depths, finish the game. Feeling pretty good about it overall. Looking good, feeling good. Got good resists for the end game. Still no hat. This is a hatless game. So yeah, let me just catch up on chat here and then we'll log off for the day. DF is fairly unbalanced. I mean, yeah, kind of. There are ways to break the game pretty easily, I guess, especially before this recent update. Like with sieges not being that intimidating after a certain point, it was kind of breaking the game, but they fixed that. And so I expect it's a little more balanced in that sense. Less of a game where like a fun simulator you can steer. Very true. Malamar says DCSS is for folks who love burning time and brain cells on visually simple games. So it makes sense. I'm here for the strategy and tactics, personally. That's why I play these games, really. And why I think DCSS is probably among the best of them. Or rather, probably the best one, honestly. Tarako says, I at least appreciate that they gave the Steam version the option to go ASCII. Somehow that's just easier for your brain to process. Yeah, that is nice. I agree. After looking at ASCII for so long, it's nice to be able to see it that way. That said, I like the new graphics, and I use them almost, all the time, basically. Marauders are quite vexing. Yes, they are, Inaba. All right, guys, I got to log off for today. Thanks for joining me. I expect maybe we can beat it next time in three streams. We're getting pretty close. We're cruising pretty hard now. Unarmed combat is almost up to 19, so then we'll go back and forth between throwing unarmed and a little bit of fighting, probably. Defenses, I think, are fine. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we just need a little more experience, and then we're going to start going to Zot. And I expect we'll have an easy time with our big rocks being as damaging as they are and all. 89 damage, pretty good. Yeah, Traco swaps back and forth between ASCII and not. Good stream, King, says Malmar. Thank you for that. You guys, good luck in your own games. Enjoy your weekend. And hopefully I see you tomorrow around the same time. Take care.